What's happening? I'm Jeffery, your all-American legend. I take him around the country, around the world. I'd give the business, I'd give the beans. I'm standing right in front of 200 South 4th, 200 North 4th, the Millennium Hotel. They're doing some demolition now. This is formerly started out in the late 60s when they built it as the Stofers. People racing by. Started out the Stofers, became the Regal. And also the Millennium Hotel. I don't think there's too many Millenniums left around the country, around the world. There's a few. I think there's one in New York City in Times Square. I think it's still there. But I actually worked here about 30 years ago. Had some good times. Had a lot of good friends here. Still good friends with them today. But they're doing demolition here. They closed down in 2014. But I tell you, it's sad to see these things go. It seems like cities are telling down history. I know it had like, what I heard from some retired maintenance guys, that there's probably like $40 million, $50 million in mold they had to get out of there. It's a lot of mold, folks. To the right here is this little smaller tower. That was part of the Millennium as well. That was the 4-point Sheraton, is what they called that thing. It was part of Millennium. But let's take a peek. Let's go right over here. Take a peek at the demolition, if we can. Heck, I might go get a bulldozer and maybe tear down a wall myself. I wish. But yeah, I mean, they decided not to do a demolition on this thing because, you know, of all the buildings here. This Deloitte building, that's been there for about 20 years. Well, the building's been there a long time, but Deloitte's been there a long time. Sorry about the finger. But yeah, this is Millennium Hotel. The very top was a rooftop restaurant. Mighty fine restaurant. Good stuff. It was a revolving restaurant, too. It was pretty cool. You go up there, you sit there. It went pretty slow. It didn't go very fast. Get to see the view of the city, see the river, see the arch. And downtown St. Louis. It's great views. Right here where it says Millennium Hotel, right behind there was a lobby area. The lobby went from the bottom of the lower level of the big tower, 28 floors, all the way to the, they called this the 4-point Sheraton for a while, but it's part of Millennium as well. Sure was. So right now, Spear Toss is doing all of the, they're doing all the tear down business. They're right here. And this is built in the same era as the old Twin Towers and all those 60s buildings. I hope, you know, the old asbestos business, hope these guys are wearing a mask when they're tearing this thing. Maybe I should be wearing a mask right now. Maybe I'm gonna put on a mask right now, actually. Very bottom level here. That was very bottom level of the Millennium. That was like I think it was a gift shop. Yeah, I had a buddy, Terrence, who worked here for about 14 years. He worked the front door. Sheldon, Derek, all the crew was working there. You had Carl as one of the bellmen, if I remember long ago. Carl and Rich took care of y'all. But I can tell you, you have time for a story? Well, I got a quick story for you. About 6:30 every morning, I get here about 6 o'clock. Me and some of the maintenance guys would head to the rooftop restaurant at the top. It was closed. And the Cheesecake Factory brought in all the cakes and pies and all that stuff. We'd go up there every morning, have some cake and pie. I'm sure if they knew, I don't have to worry about getting fired right now. I'm sure if they knew, they'd be mighty mad. We went up there every morning, having delicious cakes and pies, just sitting there watching the world move. Watching them demo the old Busch. I miss the old Busch Stadium. All these new ballparks, in my opinion, I've been to a lot of them. Look all the same to me. They're the modern day cookie cutters. I hate tearing down history. But yeah, good stuff, good times. But I want to take a peek at the back, if you don't mind. You want to walk with me down 4th Street? Hope you're having a good day where you're at. If it's a beautiful day, get out and enjoy this beautiful weather. It is December 6th, around 1:30 p.m. 43 degrees in downtown St. Louis. Beautiful skies, a beautiful arch right behind here. These little areas right in front of me here, those were the suites. I stayed there during the 06 World Series. Like, I think Hank Aaron stayed. Didn't he stay here? I think I met him here. I know I stayed here during the Final Four when it was in St. Louis in 05. I met some Bill Walton. I meet Bill Walton here. Edgar Martinez, former Seattle Mariners great. He was staying in a room right next to me. Chatted with him for a while. Let's take a walk down 4th Street. Beautiful day. People are out and about enjoying this fine city. A lot of people talk a lot of jazz about St. Louis, how bad it is and all this stuff. I tell you, it's not as bad as any other city, really. I mean, it's a lot of good people here. You know, people come in and have a good time. Conventions. If we went straight down this street, we'd run out into the Four Seasons and also the Dome, formerly known as the TWA Dome, Edward Jones Dome, all that good stuff. Former home of the Rams. Yeah, not gonna talk about that. You hear this building here. I don't know how many businesses are in this building anymore, but straight ahead is that beautiful arch. I tell you, a lot of you go up those eggs. They little egg-shaped things. I've been there a few times. There it is in all its glory, the arch. I love the arch. People say, why do you love the arch so much? I don't know, it's different. How many cities have Oop Loop here? Not very many. I think it was done in '65. They built about the same time as they did the old Busch Stadium. Wish they'd tear down this stadium, put the old Busch Stadium back. What's great about the old Busch Stadium, you have all these ramps, you go up and down, just walking all the way around. I don't know. I'm done trashing the new stadium, but yeah, Spiritas is doing all of the demolition of this establishment. Down below is the pool area. Yeah, that's right, the pool area. It was always packed during the summer season. And of course, there's the Millennium Hotel. Let's take a peek. I want to see more what's going on with construction here. And I don't know if you see back in the back, there's the bridge that goes on the Illinois side right over to East St. Louis. Of course, you have this cathedral here, right here. People out and about enjoying the area. They redid the arch about 15 years ago. Nice. It's nice. It looks good. They did a nice job. Put a new museum in that thing. That's right. Yeah, I'm gonna get on. No, I'm not gonna get on a scooter today. Maybe tomorrow. I'm sorry you got to hear all of me walking and hearing all the crinkle of the old the leaves and stuff like that on this beautiful day. I do want to point out this area. Let's say you point out what's going on here. These tannish areas right here, right underneath the green. Those were the suites. They were all right. I stayed there a few times. Yeah, like I said, I met some dignitaries there when I would stay in town. They'd stay there. They were all right. I think the Pope, I heard the Pope stayed here when I was here. I never seen him, but they said he stayed here. I don't know. But yeah, those were the suites. They were all right. 2 or 3 levels of suites there. But I do want to show you. So keep going around. There's the pool again. Yeah, it's right there. But I do want to point out, of course, there's the hotel right there on 28 floors. But this little glassy area, right in the bottom, there's 2 levels. The bottom level is a 4th Street grill. You know, they have the regular food items of your pleasure. And top was martinis. And that was martinis. Get your beverage choice if you'd like. It was right there. And it was all right, you know. It had a beautiful view of the arch. I mean, most of these had a beautiful view of the arch. And of course, the martinis would lead right into the lobby area that goes from one tower to the next. Yeah, still had a lot of friends who worked here. And I heard, I wasn't working here at the time, but they did a lot of people pretty bad. It got word that they were going to shut the place down, and they said, no, we're going to renovate it. We're going to shut down rooms for a while, and you all have your jobs. And all of a sudden, they don't have jobs. Which is pretty dirty, I think, you know. I mean, should let them know ahead of time, at least give them a chance to find another job. It's not right. It's not right. But there's martinis again up here, and that led right to the lobby. Looks like a lot of construction. Got these glass boarded up. Look at that iron. They got the iron. They're serious business now. They don't want anybody going there. Seen a video. These one young gentleman. They went inside the place literally a month ago, about a week or so before they started demolition of this place. On the back side here, and I was working here at the time. Front desk said, hey, Jeffrey, you mind going downstairs and meeting the mayor? Meeting him? I'd love to meet the mayor. So they had me meet him out here, bring him in. He's staying here, him and the security team. Nice crew, nice guys. But I tell you, this used to be the glass that go down to the convention area. But no, it's no longer gas. Glass is all iron now. And taking effort to get in that bad boy. There it is in all its glory. But yeah, just walking down, there's the bridge. Come from the Illinois side, right in the back side. I remember I'd work here and be walking down the hallway and somebody's, a guest would be staying here and they say, yeah, where's the ballpark at? Where's the ballpark? And I say, hey, just go across the street. Are you sure? Yeah, you can see it right from here. They'd say that, you know, but nice people. Met a lot of nice people from all around the world, around the country. See these guys on tour all the time. They'll say, yeah, I remember you said that. No, you did not remember these. So here we are on the back side of the 4 Point Sheraton side. They're doing some MIDA demos here. That greenish area there, that is more of the second floor area. The bottom level there with the hole, that is the convention side. That's where all the conventions happen down there. There's a lot of conventions room. Of course, one main ballroom has some nice chandeliers. Those guys that did a video a few weeks ago, they did a nice video of it. Right underneath the, I can't even think right now what you call that thing. The bulldozer thing right there. That yellowish area with the blue stripes, that was the second level. That's where you would lead to housekeeping would be there. I think the security would be there. Some different offices. On the second floor, it'd also go down to the laundry area where all the laundry crew would make all the linens clean and nice for you when you'd stay here. And the back side here, those were all of the, it went out a little bit further to this wall here, close to the wall, I think, if I remember right. Might be like a 20-inch gap. It was all the executive offices. Yeah, they tore those down. I think at the time I was there was a guy named GM there, nice guy to me. His name was Keith Gonafinger, really nice guy. He'd walk down the hall and he'd say, gentlemen, gentlemen, gentlemen. They called him Mr. G because he kind of looked like Robert Redford. Good looking guy, nice guy, I tell you. Yeah, but that would be the, also reservations would be there. All the sales floor on the third floor, their offices are gone. Yeah. And of course they busted out some windows here. I don't know why would they do that. I have no idea in the demolition business. They do these floors. You gotta tell me in the comments. I don't know. You gotta tell me you know better than me. But the lobby is gone. The lobby down to Martini's is gone. So Bob in New York, I'm a good friend of my buddy Bob. He said, hey, you mind doing a video? I don't mind doing a video. I'm gonna be downtown anyway doing some business. But yeah, it is all torn down. I might come back in a couple months, see how demolition's going on. Yeah, it's kind of sad, like I said earlier. Wish I could have kept this landmark. Any photo you see of St. Louis behind the arch, this bad boy's sitting there looking right at you. With a revolving restaurant. Yeah, a lot of nice people worked here. Knew a lot of people. So, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining me. Please like and subscribe. Let me get another view. See a little better, longer view for you. Yep. There it is. All right, everybody. Please like and subscribe if you want to. You don't have to. I guess it's appreciated, I guess. But have a wonderful day. Get out there and enjoy your day, everybody. Bye-bye now.